Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers and themselves. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. And incomplete to open things up.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, it's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Throwing. Love. Loose inside the 30. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden. 51 yards. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. Looking for Christian Watson that time.
And it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Play fake. Here's Love.
And Watson has it right side.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Love, they go play action now. And he fires one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Love.
And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Love will sneak it.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Matthew Golden
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers are back within a couple of the lead.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Love looking to throw it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Love.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Love from the gun on 3rd down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On play action. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw now. Here's Love. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3.
Love now.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Working out of the gun. Love.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's second and 10.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. And they'll run it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Off the play fake, Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So an 8-play drive gets them down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely move the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Here's Love.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Love throwing for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
That's caught. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Throwing. Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Throwing to start the drive. Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Oh, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Love.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Love from the gun. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Matthew Golden.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers get a bit closer.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Love. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Love.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Micah Parsons
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Right side to Watson. Down inside the 10.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's able to find Melton.
Hurry, hurry.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Cheetah.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Going back to Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden from 19 yards away. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Love looking to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Love. And this is caught at the 8.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they take a knee. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Love.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed.
And he's brought down, but great yardage to start the drive. A 1st down, and it sets him up pretty nicely here moving forward.
And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
One last shot now for Love. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.